It's 3 a.m. We just wanted to go home. She had a dress on. It was a white dress. I told him about the Bloody Mary story. I told him that it took place. Now everyone in the car was crying except for me. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a scratch on my neck. The source of light we had was the moon.
And me, I would go in the house.
A block away from my
they left
house.
in the back.
I was pissed off. I mean, how could they leave an 8-year-old boy there by himself? I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. All I could do was move my eyes. I started to freak out, looking around to see what the hell was running around me.
Eventually, they found 11 bodies of 11 different women in and around his house.
Oh!
For me anymore. The only thing left for me to do is pray that this ends.
A good few seconds passed, and nothing happened.
Jeez, Carrie. Always coming up with something.
Mama seco na seco.
My bad. It's just all spinning and I just woke up and brushed my teeth and bathed and brushed my teeth. You know how it feels because you're about to leave and you know how it feels. So yeah, guys, I know I'm wearing the last time you guys saw me in this was when you were singing. So what's up, guys? How are you all doing? I'm doing well, and yourself? Yeah, I'm good. So today we're going to react to, let's just say, 3 horror stories animated. Hop to it. Let's go. I'm out. Goodbye.
Baby, there's nothing in this world that could ever do what a touch of your hand can do. It's like nothing that I ever knew. Hey, and when the rain is falling, I don't feel it, 'cause you're here with me now. And one look at you, baby, is all I'll ever need. It's all I'll ever need. When I see you smile, oh, I can face the world. Oh, you know I can do anything.
Bloody Mary. Let's try.
One day, I was on my way back from a school party. I was with my friends, but please keep in mind I was only 20 years old. We were drunk, so we really didn't know where our Uber driver was taking us. He took us through this road called Sanol in California, and everyone in the car knew this road had a very upsetting story behind it. We didn't care, since we were all drunk, and it was 3 a.m. We just wanted to go home. At what seemed like the end of the ride, the driver stopped at the side of the road and let in this girl. She sat in the back seat of the car. She claimed her name was Mary. All of our hearts dropped when we saw she had a dress on. It was a white dress.
Let's try.
She also claimed that her husband dumped her on her wedding night. She said she was trying to find a ride for 3 hours, but she couldn't since it was too dark outside. When I got a good look at her, I was shaking because she was tearing up blood. I whispered to my good friend Dominic. I told him about the Bloody Mary story. I told him that it took place on this very road and that the girl might be a ghost. Right as I finished that sentence, she looked at me through the rearview mirror with her bright, white eyes and asked us if we were talking about her. My heart dropped once again. We asked the guy to pull over, but he insisted on dropping us off at our location. One of my female friends in the car started crying after Mary started reciting all of our names from the back of the car. We were scared because we didn't tell her our names. Now everyone in the car was crying except for me. It felt like we were driving forever, but it had only been 10 minutes.
I would
It
just
got brighter
jump
out,
off the car at this
and
point.
we realized that no one was in the back. It was a night spirit that was there, and it left because it was now morning.
Night spirits.
The next morning, I thought about what happened while I was taking a shower. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a scratch on my neck.
Mawato. Okay. That one I'll give it a 1 out of 10 because it was Matchuks Entertainment.
About 10 to 12 years ago, I was a drug addict living in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow.
I usually spent my days smoking, drinking, and I was usually up to no good.
Mawato.
I would go with whoever had the drugs, basically. One day, my friend and I were talking with this guy, and he said he had some dope on him, and he invited us to his house.
His name is Tomo.
It wasn't the first time I've seen him invite women over to his house to smoke and do other drugs. He seemed nice, but I didn't feel comfortable going with him, but
Same.
I was. Then I saw another friend across the street, so I went over there to her. After that, I went home, and my friend went with him. The next day, his house was surrounded by police and news cameras. I didn't know why, but my friend ended up telling me that when they were in his house, this guy, Anthony, punched her in the back of her head and started to choke her. Then she woke up in a bed. She said next to the bed, she saw a woman's body with no head attached, but she decided not to scream because he was asleep right next to her. She ended up crawling and getting out of the house, literally running out of the house, barely clothed, and ended up calling the police. Eventually, they found 11 bodies of 11 different women in and around his house. Who would have known that man was a serial killer? His name was Anthony Silva. I'm so glad that my other friend caught my attention right before I was going to his house. Who knows? I could have been one of those bodies.
No!
Of course, you'll be kidding me. Okay. Sure, that was.
Many of the neighbors would talk to my parents about seeing weird stuff in the house, like shadows moving around the windows when we weren't home.
Mawato.
The first thing that would come to our heads was that someone must have broken into the house, but nothing would ever be missing. Of course, they didn't think there was someone breaking in.
Bonnie, I'm joking.
They were sure that our house was haunted. Everyone even refused to come inside for parties.
Me honestly,
or
Nick, I'll
any
be
other
honest, if
special
my house
occasion.
ever be haunted,
They
man,
told us
me,
to
I
get a
would know
priest
and I would
and to
disappear
get
the
rid of
same
any
second.
bad
The same
spirits.
second I find out it's
We
haunted,
didn't take
I
their
won't.
warnings as something important because my parents don't believe in those kinds of things. Although I would hear someone
it's
going
not your
up the
house,
stairs
man.
at night. Our stairs were really old, so they would make a loud sound when someone would step
Yeah, I
on
think
them.
God has never
However,
stays.
when I
Imagine
checked,
you
there
just
was
imagine
nothing.
hearing.
I would just run to my bed and cover my
Yeah,
head with the
disappear.
sheets until I fell asleep. One night, someone started knocking on the door really hard and screaming. We got really scared as it was 12:30 a.m. and everyone was asleep
12:50.
by then in our neighborhood. It was extremely rare that someone would be up at that time. My dad took his shotgun and told my mom and me to stay in my room and not move. I was
You
scared
guys
for my
keeping
dad's
shotguns in
safety,
your house, yeah?
but I felt relieved when my dad said my neighbor's name. He informed us that a water pipe had broke in our backyard and the water was spraying his house and broke one of his windows. He was nice about the situation and even said he'd help us fix the pipe. My dad got the shovels, as the pipes were underground, and we had to dig to see what was wrong and how we could fix it. As we started digging, they realized that they needed other materials, and they went to get it, leaving me alone in the backyard. There was barely any light back there. The only source of light we had was the moon, and
Me, I would
one
go in the
light
house.
post a block away from
They
my
left in the
house.
back.
I was
Antuka.
pissed off. I mean, how could they leave an 8-year-old boy there by
Pity that
himself
go
in
in
the
the
dark?
house. I think how can they leave the back?
But I didn't say anything about it. About 10 minutes had gone by since they left, and I was wondering what was taking them so long. They were only getting some materials after all.
I would have just
But
gone back in the house.
as I was
at this
going to
point.
go back inside, I saw something moving really fast at the corner of my eye.
What
I
more did you
froze,
do?
I wanted to run, but I couldn't. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. All I could do was move my eyes. I started to freak out, looking around to see what the hell was running around me. I didn't see anything. It was as if there was nothing there at all. But then I looked to my right, and I saw something that haunts me to this very day. It was a demon, in my opinion. It was so tall, around 7 or 8 feet tall.
8 feet.
It had long, skinny legs with a
Imagine.
really buff body. It also
Buff.
had very long spiral horns, and his eyes shined in the dark. I still couldn't move. The thing ran by me, looked at me, but it didn't do anything to me. It just looked at me. It could have been a goat or a sheep. I've never seen one so big or one that walks on 2 legs like a human. It ran, and I hid behind a big tree by my neighbor's house. Finally, I could move. I yelled at the top of my lungs while crying hysterically. My dad came running with his shotgun in hand and asked me what was wrong. I explained what I saw to him, but he didn't believe me, nor did my mom.
Viene,
But
me a
someone
disappear.
did. My neighbor told me that he thought nothing happened to me because I'm a kid. As time passed, I slowly got over it. I moved from that house and moved to New York. My grandparents sold the house, and I left that experience in the past. However, that's not where this story ends. In my sophomore year at high school, I had a nightmare. The thing that I saw that night was in it this time. I could only see its head as it was hiding behind the big tree. He said 3 words that'll haunt me until my time comes. It said, "You can't hide." I woke up from my nightmare and
Viene,
headed
me
to
just
school.
rebuke those things. Rebuke it.
While in school, at around 12:30 p.m., there was an announcement. A classmate of mine had been killed in front of my school by a car without brakes.
Yeah.
I turned pale as I thought my nightmare may have something to do with the incident. I was scared and even went home early.
The problem is you guys
I
don't
told
pray.
my parents about
Was
it.
that when
but
yeah, you
this
know.
time they took me to a priest and he said he'd give me something in 3 days. Every single day I had the same nightmare until my priest gave me a blessed cross, and I haven't had any nightmares about the thing anymore. However, every night I sleep with the covers over my head. Call me a coward or anything you want,
Amen.
but the thing still hasn't left my mind. Those 3 words haunt me till this day, making me wonder when I will forget or move on from the thing.
It's free
And you can change your mind later. Enjoy. Okay. Story number 2. I am. Bandit casi fue más We just started.
My
This is
name
scary,
is
guys.
Steven, and I live at 342 West Pine Street. And ever since I moved to New York, terrifying nightmares haunt me every night. I wish that was my only concern, but unfortunately, it's the least of my problems. I'm telling this story so that in case I disappear, you will know what happened to me. I don't know who is after me or what they want, but I know it surely won't end well. It all started on a Saturday morning. My uncle had a big truck, so I didn't have to pay anyone to transport my things. As I was unloading the table, a girl came up to me and started talking to me.
I see you're just moving in. Are you new in town?
I would
Hi.
leave. I would leave.
Yeah, you got me. My
Sure.
name is Mark. I reached out to shake her hand, but she just looked at me with the same strange smile she kept during the whole conversation. You're from the apartment, right?
Do you need me to help you with the move?
I'm good.
Her
I'm good.
offer caught me off guard,
I would.
so I
I'm
just
good.
said no.
Good.
No thanks. We're just finishing up and my uncle is helping me.
No problem. It was nice to meet you. I'm sure you'll be very happy here.
With a last smile, she just left. Wasn't this girl a neighbor? I decided to ignore her and continue with my move. A few hours later, the moving was done and I was alone in my new house. I laid down on the bed and looked up at the ceiling, enjoying the solitude of my new home. I walked over to the window and opened it. This was my first time enjoying the view of New York. I was watching the people
And then
walking
what
down
up
the
with her
street
looking?
when something caught my attention. It was the girl who had greeted me earlier. She was standing on the sidewalk across the street, staring at me. What the fuck? How does she know I'm here? I waved awkwardly, but she didn't wave back. She just kept looking at me with that strange smile. Not knowing what to do, I closed the window and went back to bed. The next day, I went to do my first shopping before going to visit the Big Apple. I was in line at the supermarket when a person spoke to me from behind. Nice day, isn't it? Oh, of course, sir. You seem surprised. Is there a problem? No, just that I just moved in and I'm a little shocked at how friendly people are here.
Okay.
Don't get your hopes up. People here are not friendly. Only we are. What do you mean, we? Doesn't matter, kid. The important thing is that you'll be happy here. What? Who are you? Hey, do you need help with the bags? No thanks.
Good.
Luckily, the cashier was calling me, so I turned and went quickly to her. In the meantime, I could see how that man was still staring at me. When I got home, I put everything in the fridge. I couldn't stop thinking about that man. Worried, I felt the urge to look out the window. When I lifted the curtain, I found something worse than I had expected. Not only was the man from the supermarket there, but the girl from...
When I see you smile, I see a ray of light. Oh, I see it shining right.
Girl from yesterday, and 3 other people were there too. They were all looking at me from different points on the street, but none of them were trying to hide it. They were staring at me, smiling in a gentle way. I closed the window in terror. I didn't know what to do. Over the next few days, it only got worse. Every time I looked at the window, I kept seeing them. There were more and more of them. And worst of all, no one on the street seemed to care. During those days, I had my first dreams about that goat-headed man. He started looking at me from the street like the other people, but every time I dreamed about him, he was closer and closer. It all came to the highest point on a Tuesday night. The TV was still on to light up my room, but with no sound. I woke up shaken, but this time it wasn't from a nightmare. Every night, I closed the bathroom door, but this time, it was open. A strange sound was coming from it. It was as if someone was there, breathing, watching me from the darkness. I looked quickly and the exit door was closed. There was no way someone could have entered. I grabbed a knife, gathered my strength, and walked slowly toward the bathroom. The breathing got louder and louder as I got closer. Those sounds were not human, but I refused to stay in my bed in fear. I reached out to the interrupter, and as I plunged my hand into the darkness, I felt the air from the breath of whatever was in there dampen my fingers. I mustered all my courage, and when I turned on the light, there was nothing. My little peace was interrupted when someone knocked on the door. Who could knock at this hour? I ran to the door, and when I opened it, there was no one there. I was about to go back into my room, but when I turned around, my suspicions were confirmed. That night, I was not alone. Someone had drawn a cross on my door. The next day I went to the police, but they didn't give too much importance to what happened, as it could have been someone from my building just committing an act of vandalism. I was on my way back from the police station, desperate, until I heard her voice again.
Hey, you look sad. Do you need help with something?
It was the girl I had talked to when I was unloading my things. It's you. Get away from my house, you sick fuck. Desperate and in tears, I grabbed her by her shirt. What the hell do you want from me? Leave me alone.
Don't worry. You're getting closer and closer. Soon, you will be happy.
I'll kill you. Do you hear me? I'll kill you
My friend, the people
and
behind
everyone
me.
with you.
Sir, you're hurting me. Could you let me go? I don't even know you.
What? Confused, I looked around. All the people on the street were staring at me angrily. What's wrong with you, asshole? Before I could explain myself, a big crowd of people were punching and kicking me on the ground.
Yeah.
As I curled up and covered myself from the blows, I could see the girl look at me with a gentle smile and walk away. When I was finally able to leave, I went, but I checked and no one had come in, nor did I have any rotten food. I didn't go to the bathroom to check my wounds. I sat down on the floor and felt something in my pants. When I looked to see what it was, I found the hoof of a goat. I was sure that girl had placed it in my pocket. I threw it violently against the wall, and I just cried. I had no money to rent another place. I thought about going to my family, but I knew these people would follow me, and I didn't want to involve them. I was at their mercy, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. The days kept passing and everything got worse and worse. The putrid smell in my room is already unbearable. The dreams are getting worse and worse, and I don't even look out the window anymore, because I know that I will see at least 10 people looking at me. For some reason, the internet hasn't been working for days, and I'm very hungry, but I don't want to leave my room. I feel that something here is taking all the energy out of me and won't let me leave. There is no hope for me anymore. The only thing left for me to do is pray that this ends as soon as possible.
Last but not
least, we
least,
have
New York.
Horror, the shots of the party. And this one is about Bloody Mary. True Zoom call, Bloody Mary.
I've seen just how strange people can act in isolation. When everyone had to go under lockdown, the only contact we had with our friends was over the phone through Messenger or video chat. Zoom, however, was something my friends and I had never heard of until we were all going to our classes on it. For no other reason than the fact that it was a novel thing, my friends and I decided to all get together on a Zoom meeting. Despite it being associated with school, we took it as a cool new way for all four of us to meet up in the hall after class, even though we were doing this in the evening.
Kind of such a cool move.
Unfortunately, with the free version of Zoom at the time, you could only host meetings for up to 45 minutes in length. So at the beginning of the call, Carrie, who was hosting, said we should all try to think of things to do together.
We should make good use of the time we have, right?
We agreed, but none of us had any ideas. I thought we were just going to chill and talk. I didn't know there would be games involved. Okay, what should we do then? You got any ideas, Carrie?
I'm so glad you asked, Tyler. I was thinking it would really set the mood if we all turned off our lights and lit up some candles, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, that does sound nice.
Oh, that
Maybe my
just
pumpkin
sounds
spice
nice.
one.
My buddy Scott and I looked at each other in the little secondary thumbnails, communicating a lot of feeling without needing to say anything. Like I said, people act strange in isolation. They get bored, start doing things they would normally know are a bit out of pocket. But
I
Carrie
wouldn't.
and Sarah
No
were
matter how
pretty
bored I am, I
cute, so I
wouldn't.
went
Yeah.
along with it. Okay. I took some candles from my living room, fished a lighter out of the junk drawer in the kitchen, then set myself up for some lonesome romance. No, some friendly video chatting in my room, which is of course exclusively candlelit. Then there we all were. Pale faces in computer lights surrounded by flickering orange darkness. Yeah, I guess this looks pretty cool.
I told you, didn't I?
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Actually, I had another idea I was thinking of asking you guys.
It had already taken almost 10 minutes for all four of us to find candles, set them up, and light them. Yet we hadn't really said much to each other in all that time. Regardless, Carrie had set the mood just as she said she would, so we all seemed willing to let her lead some more.
Do you remember the game Bloody Mary?
Let's try.
For a moment, there was
Me,
silence.
same. I just said,
Maybe it
remember
was
the
like,
game I
or
declined. Me,
maybe
I'm
Bloody
scared.
Mary was
I'll tell you right
like-
now, I'm a scaredy cat.
You mean
I
that thing
wouldn't.
from years ago where you go in your bathroom and turn off all the lights, then
Yeah, that one. I don't know, Carrie.
You know, I never actually did it. I'm down.
Yeah, Tyler. And you know what? We should all do it at the same time.
It took a little convincing to get Scott and Sarah to agree to this. They were whips, I thought. I myself was a seasoned enjoyer of scary things. I was honestly wondering
But
if
I
four
wouldn't do it.
simultaneous summoning rituals might accomplish something, if only through group psychosis. Once we were
like
all
my
alone in our
conflict.
bathrooms with the door closed and the lights off, we found ourselves enveloped in darkness, and all we brought with us for light were the flashlights in our phones. Unsurprisingly, none of our faces were illuminated enough to be seen by the others, but we could still talk.
Everybody knows what to do, right? Okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
I stared into my mirror, straining to see something.
Anything in the darkness. A good few seconds passed, and nothing happened.
Jeez, Carrie. Always coming up with some lame stuff. See you later. Wait, don't go. Let's do something else.
But by the time Carrie finished her plea for them to stay, Sarah was gone. And when I looked, I realized that Scott had left too. It sucked that my buddy had bailed on me like that, but knowing that I was now alone in a call with Carrie made my night seem like it was going pretty well. I tried to console Carrie somehow. Let her know that just her and I alone could make good use of the 30 minutes that were left. None of that seemed to land on her though.
Dang it. We messed it up. We forgot the candles.
Apparently, the candles were crucial. Obviously, she had this all planned from the start. She just screwed it up a bit. Something must have been distracting her. I wondered at the time if maybe it had been me. I feel like such an idiot. We both ran back into our bathrooms in the middle of the night, double-fisting lit candles. We set them both at the bottom of our mirrors. With this light source, we could actually see one another on the phone, as well as our reflections in the mirror.
Oh, how about this time we stand with our backs to the mirrors and show each other's mirrors on our phone?
Sure, Carrie. And so we did. And after her count of 3, we again chanted,
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
This time, I saw her appear instantly. My brain captured the glimpse I got of the creature, and has projected it on mirrors in the corner of my eye ever since. Even seeing it through just a video of a mirror sent a chill of fear through me so paralyzing I failed to speak. Some kind of tortured slender girl with tattered flesh and blood-smeared clothing stood in Carrie's mirror, staring with a face shrouded in darkness. Finally, I screamed, "Carrie, behind you!" The following moments were such a flash. Carrie screamed and jerked around. She dropped her phone as I heard glass breaking. Somehow, her phone landed propped up on something. I saw in the darkness of the image a candle on its side, then another flame, and with it more light. Carrie was on fire. The flame grew and crawled up her pajamas in a demonic blaze. But the worst part, something walked in front of Carrie's phone, silhouetted by the raging fire behind it, which was now crumpling to the floor in crackling silence. I saw a flash of Bloody Mary's hideous face. Then the call was cut short.
Someone's got whispering. I just heard it. Like it's trying to focus.
Well, something's with me all the time. I don't know what it is.
It's trying to focus, goes in and out.
You look carefully at her shoulder here. You can see movement like the top of someone's head. Behind her shoulder on the right hand side, just there. Whatever this was moving there is moving behind her. You see the fingers.
Guys, that means we've reached the end of our video. Yeah. Okay, that one was 10 out of 10. That kind of like creeped me out. That not even that just terrified me the most. Like, meant to say this thing was real. You can, if you could see before the jump scare, if you could see something going around the hand like this. See myself. Thank you so much for watching that video. If you like and subscribe. I told you guys I was back. Because usually I'll disappear for a while and then come back. But now you see I posted it just now. Thank you so much for watching the video. I am thrilled to be back. And thank you guys for 200 subscribers. It's been a journey with you guys. If you guys know, it's been a long journey. We've been together for 5 years, man. And so emotional to see now. We were first celebrating for 35. We're celebrating for 35, subscribers, and then 100 subscribers, and then 190, and then now 200. Please guys, continue subscribing. Now we're on the road to 300, and then 400, then 500, and then 1,000 guys. Yo, if I reach 1K, that will make my day, like I'll make my life. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. So I'll see you guys next time, but for now I'm out. Peace of the East, of the outs. Goodbye.
Your head is like a banana, Evie. You. For you, it's like a tomato. Yo. Yo. I say, But what the hell, boy? Yo. I'm telling my father. Yo. I win him.
Chilo, inscrit ton nom.